wild boys and many men. The bandito that's down Michigan, from the Midwest, soul live in the Western. Put it on a blanket, that's how they test germs. Take your land and then let the rest burn. Don't know, then you best learn. Runaway slaves became cowboys. Better run away, cause you's a wild boy. Puff on peace pipe, a loud noise. When we take your cash and credits now void. Yeah, I'm sure my ancestors was bandits. Quick draw McGraw, looking for an advantage. Before you planned it, you get banished off the planet. Corpses rancid, vultures left you one-handed. By cactus and tumbleweed, I humbly continue to crumble leaves. Honey backwood attracting bumblebees. It's still pistol horses and dirt trails. Having shootouts at the sound of church bells. Put my ear to the ground, hear what the earth tell. Welcome to the wild, wild west. Love the perp smell. It's still pistol horses and dirt trails. Having shootouts at the sound of church bells. Put my ear to the ground, hear what the earth tell. Welcome to the wild, wild west. Love the perp smell. Soul climber, ain't no old timers. Outlaw cold rhymers and close designers. If you trying to define us, don't try to find us. Put you in the earth and blow that mind up. Step your mind up. Get it through your understanding. I leave you scrambling, no matter what you have planning. I catch him at the Grand Canyon, letting off the hand cannon while I left no man standing. I shot the sheriff, not the deputy. Smoke like a legend, leave a legacy. My weaponry's a necessity to this western beat. So rest in peace to the head honcho. I'm pulling out pronto for reaching under ponchos. It's still pistol horses and dirt trails. Having shootouts at the sound of church bells. Put my ear to the ground, hear what the earth tell. Welcome to the wild, wild west. Love the perp smell. It's still pistol horses and dirt trails. Having shootouts at the sound of church bells. Put my ear to the ground, hear what the earth tell. Welcome to the wild, wild west. Love the perp smell. Stories told, sit under stars by campfire. Watch out for that werewolf that ran by you. Pistols and lamp fire. Yes, I'ma stand by you. And scared of the light, they suckers like vampires. But with no hassle. And before they grab you, caught them with a lasso. Turn around and blast them. Look them to her satchel. Snakes with more rattle. Don't let them slash you. Still a few cattle. Cause we been in first. Forgiveness I send at first. On knees, I've been in church. Bandana, 10 with spurs. Outlaw to senators. Big boss, not miniature. Opposition, injurer on the clock. Like men at work. High school, I'm a minister. I'm just trying to end the curse. What I'm on the stage, folk. Yes, I'm grateful. Not to get the pesos. Cowboy hat and a gray coat. Can't get the place though. Mary Jane in the stagecoach. Showing my city love. Tells from a witty thug. Writing he really does. And weed, it give me buzz. Don't need no silly drugs. Cause pages I'm filling up. So to the west side sunset, giddy up. It's still pistol horses and dirt trails. Having shootouts at the sound of church bells. Put my ear to the ground, hear what the earth tell. Welcome to the wild, wild west. Love the perp smell. It's still pistol horses and dirt trails. Having shootouts at the sound of church bells. Put my ear to the ground, hear what the earth tell. Welcome to the wild, wild west. Love the perp smell.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
That was that Wild Wild West by Detroit and Stockton's own Detroit.
What's happening?
Thanks for coming in with me. It's been a while since you've been in the studio with me.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, my occasional co-host from Rise and Shine. Well,
take it back.
Right. Like, dang, I've already done like a couple shows. This station is crazy. Coming up on a year since we first did the function. That was August of last year. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
when we
crazy.
first got involved, as soon as we got here, they immediately had a project for us.
Yeah, like, hey, come to this meeting.
Shout out KSVS radio station, Governor Don.
TVOSJ now. We're TVOSJ.
TVOSJ.
The Voice of San Joaquin.
The Voice of San Joaquin.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We've actually
so
expanded.
No more KXVS.
There's no more KXVS.
Okay, great.
We've actually expanded. We have Tracy, I want to say Turlock, working on Lodi. So that's why it's moved over from the Voice of Stockton to the Voice of San Joaquin, because we're a little bit wider now.
That's what's up. Awesome. Well, welcome, other cities of the valley.
Yeah, 209, Central Valley's finest.
That's right. That's right.
I don't know if that's going to stay our name, but it'll do for this first show. Like, I already know most of everything, so I don't know where to start. Where do you want to start with what you've got going?
For people that don't know me, I'm an artist.
You know, a dad.
Who don't know Detroit?
Not the whole valley, I don't think. If this is still KXVS Stockton, they'll know me. But I really,
That's true, huh?
yeah, the valley, as far as the other cities, Merced and everything, welcome. And if y'all not familiar with me, I'm a dad, artist, just all around everything, man, I guess, if you just want to throw me into that. I just do a lot.
What do they call it? A Renaissance man?
Yeah, Renaissance
Man
man,
of
jack
multi-talents.
of all trades, a master of all as well.
That's what I was just thinking. Jack of all trades, master of none.
I'm a master of all. Pretty much master whatever I do. Shout out to people like Chezz who are helping me only get better with everything I try.
Step your lyrical game up. No.
Everything.
One thing me and Detroit go back and forth all the time is because he is such a deep dude. And then his music is just like...
It's off the wall.
Which there's nothing wrong with.
Right.
You know what I mean? We need all forms of expression. But it's like...
Yeah. She wants to hear more music on like how I actually talk.
Yeah.
On my conversations. Yeah, my conversations are deep. My music isn't shallow or anything, but I believed how I really got into making music was I wanted people to escape everything. So that's why, like, as an artist, I don't talk about my background.
Right.
I'm not really like I was raised by my grandma, talk about my life. Like, I'm not that type of artist.
Right.
I'm more the type to be like, listen, put these headphones on, listen to this, and escape. Yeah, so I'm a big, like, escape artist, I guess.
I feel that. And I used to be a huge snob when it came to music. Like, if there was no lyrical content, like, no, I'm not listening to it. And sometime around like 25, I remember I was sitting in the back seat of a car with like some of my friends who were younger, and it just clicked in my head like, oh, sometimes you just want to get away. Like sometimes you don't want to have to overanalyze this song. You know what I mean? Yeah,
sometimes it's, and that's why I mix the lyricism with that.
Right.
So like my whole thing, like when I first came out as an artist, was like I wanted to like lyrically mind bleep people. Like I wanted to like lyrically like have people like, what did he just say? Like rewind
like
it.
Haiti Baby just did to
back
everybody.
That's another level. I don't know. Shout out Haiti for you know.
Somebody the kibosh on everybody.
His partners better start freestyling with him, quit playing with him. That's up to his homies. You know, that's his circle thing. You know.
See,
if they're not really freestyling together. He great at making songs, but not everybody.
Is like. Because I actually went, and first of all, anybody that gets that much hate, I'm automatically like kind of drawn to, like, you know what I mean?
He got a lot of hate from it?
Oh, people are mad. People are big. You not on Facebook, I forgot. See, like all the OG cats in town is like livid over this because they don't feel like he represented Stockton. They feel like he made us like a laughing stock when in actuality, like, I listened to his interview about why he freestyled that way, and he's like where he's coming from his musical inspirations are like old school like music like griots, like scatting, like that type of stuff. So he's taking like jazz and like all these things and incorporating.
He's a big self-expression artist.
Yeah,
like he doesn't.
It's not my specific cup of tea, but he's artistic. And
everybody deserves to have their own voice and not be like somebody else.
Not be hated on when they winning. That's what I think. Everybody deserves to not be hated on when they win it. Yeah. But anyway.
My OGs was tripping. Yeah, you're right, though. Cause I was showing my OGs last night, and they was like, nah, I don't like that. And I was like, yo, have you ever met this kid? Like,
oh, there's some.
He's such a good dude, though. Like, Haiti stay with a smile on his face, and he's a real, like, anybody can make it type of guy. Like, the first time I seen him was a performance at Vox Pop, and he just started, like, performing it, like, Haiti Baby. And I was expecting to see somebody on stage. And this dude next to me starts rapping. I'm like, oh, snap. So you're Haiti Baby.
Right.
Like, he's like a regular dude. So he's he a real big, like, positive talker. Like, he's somebody that, like, he smile. If anybody want to talk to him, you can reach Haiti Baby. So that's why I'm like, anybody that feels some type of way, tell the man to him face. You know what I'm saying? Because he's that easy to contact. Like, I'm easy to contact. I live in Stockton. You can add me on Instagram and DM me, and I can find you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Same thing with him. Shout out YP, the cult leader, Unseen Asylum. Yeah. I got a song with YP, and his producers, man, they're OGs from Stockton.
One supposed to be coming, but we had to reschedule. So YP, where's my camera at? It's on Detroit, but no, I'm looking at you. There we go.
Oh,
We need to
okay.
reschedule that.
Nice. Yeah, because he's a
Oh yeah,
man,
he's amazing.
amazing dude. Like, yeah, I was blown away. I'm blowing out my socks the first time I met him because I went over there with excuse my allergies too. This is like
Side-eye.
we are in the bowl called the valley. All these mountains around us have created the allergy soup bowl or something. I don't know what it is. But anyways, YP
Yeah, everything settles. here.
we'll live. But yeah, YP first night I met him with Avatar Eric. Shout out Avatar. He invited me over there. YP made the beat in about roughly 10 minutes, 15 minutes, drinking a few beers. We lit up a few blunts, and he just sitting there doing his thing. And man, I was sitting there like, whoa. And now that's the last song on my my last project, Dirty Gold Tape. So
Okay.
yeah, like YP is
Oh
like,
yeah,
you know,
I think yeah. He
YP
did
is on
mention
there.
he had a track on there. 'Cause he was one of my first interviews for Chillin With Chezz.
okay, awesome. Yeah, I mess with the dude, and like I got nothing but love for the guy, cause you know he's such a good spirit. He's such a positive person. You could throw that one in there too, Chess. Yeah, I carry around like mostly my first and second CDs. Just
I'm just barely getting one though.
it's more like I don't really ask for no money or nothing for them. I just kind of give them away. Or if you want to donate, that's cool. But you know, I always just be on some like I spread the music. The first one is my first CD, Why So Serious Son, and that was like Japanese infused, like Why So Serious Son, just being goofy play on words. Me being a serious poet. And then the second one was Dirty Gold Tape, Volume 1, and
With all the homies.
yeah, straight collaboration album. Every song is a collaboration between either me and a producer or me and several artists. So that got pushed out in a year. Shout out to everybody on that, from Inborn Native to JC Prod, Sam the Jedi, Avatar, Breeze, Cloud, Puffy Bryant, Jills, everybody on there. Just much love to everybody, and everybody that plays it as well, because I constantly get hit up on Instagram, somebody sending me a video or something like that of somebody supporting. So it's
Slapping
always like, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a dope. I peeped it on Spotify.
Oh yeah, and
I
it's-
peeped it. on
I'm
Spotify.
still such a SoundCloud guy myself. Like my heart is still in SoundCloud. I know I do have music on Apple and Spotify, iTunes now, and I'm always promoting that. But because I always started off as such an indie artist, I'm an indie artist at heart.
Yeah.
SoundCloud always had my heart. Like it's me directly with my music.
Right.
So man, you know, so shout out to SoundCloud and all the other streaming sites. But I'm really having a lot of fun doing these live performances lately. Like I said, at Vox Pop. I've been doing a lot of shows with you lately, Chezz, a hella Deadass Entertainment. And I'm real excited because we got the show on Friday coming up.
Yes.
Zionite Crypto Show. Shout out to Crypto.
Tickets on lock, $15. $15 to see 6. There's actually 7 dope acts because there's a special guest act that's coming on after Zion. Shout out Rebel Activity. The homies, they're going to be doing some stuff as well.
Dope. They're my guys.
Yes. They're my first official, like, group. Like, they asked me, like, hey, be our manager. I'm like, got y'all.
That's what's up. That's the upgrade right there. Welcome to management life, Chess.
I mean, I've been managing y'all. I just ain't been
Yeah,
officially
managing.
managing.
Yeah, once we all signed contracts and stuff, I was like, I think Chess is our manager now.
Well, that's different. That's just show.
That's a show,
just
yeah.
a
But I
show.
was like, you know how I am, though. Like you always,
Yeah.
you know how I am. So you always been like that person to be like, Detroit, this and that,
I
like
got
manager
heck of-
advice.
I got heck of Capricorn in my birth chart. So that's why I'm the one. And and actually, let me apologize to my audience because I was supposed to do an interview with Manspill yesterday. That was supposed to be the kickoff of our Meet the Openers series. But the 3 of us and a couple other people were in a meeting with some folks about some dope stuff that we want to bring to Stockton. So it was kind of an executive decision that we needed to get that meeting taken care of. And I knew I would get these interviews done eventually, y'all. I might take a while, but I get there eventually. I get it done in the end.
Slowly but surely, best
Right.
believe.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, one thing you mentioned yesterday that I wasn't even really aware of, that you're in the process of writing a book right now.
Yeah.
You've already had some books published, right?
Yeah. And that's why, like, it's always been like stuff for kids. I'm a big comic book guy, but not even nothing to do with like the Marvel and all that DC stuff going on with the movies, but more or less like that was my first entrepreneurship as a kid. Got with my friend, and his grandparents owned the church. At the bottom of the church was this big old daycare, so they had unlimited supplies. Like,
gotcha.
So from there, I'm best friends with the pastor's grandson. I wrote up like 8 comic books, and I mass copied them because we had the material to do all of it. So I had about like 80 comic books.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I would sell them every Sunday at church. And that's how I would, like, my friend, he didn't really create
I'm a
much.
hustler, baby.
Yeah, I'm like 8 years old. Yeah, right. Super young. But, yeah, my friend, he didn't really have like too much creativity to do with it. But because it was his parents' and grandparents' resources, I would include him. We go 50-50 down the middle with everything. I would just straight write comic books Monday through Friday, or run it really Monday through Friday, and then do all the printing on Saturday and sell them on Sundays.
Do you have any of those?
My mom do. My mom got 2 of them. So I
That's dope.
It's so
That's
goofy.
Dope.
I used to do like activity. I used to make activity books and
bro, you need to
everything.
reproduce those. People will buy those.
I know, and that's why
young serious comics.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. That's why Zeps and Mass Spill, artists like that, they're always kind of how you and Abby do. You're always pushing me to the next. Not to be like nothing I'm doing is wrong, but push me to my next limit. Like,
right.
So y'all always are letting me know, like, skip that limit right there. Let's go to the next limit. So shout out to Zeps, Rhinosaurs. Shout out to Mass Spill, Reflections, because those guys, they're really like, they recognize the potential, and they're always telling me,
real.
For real. And that's why they're always telling me, like, yo, you got to go ahead and get this stuff done, man, because you did it before. And, I'm just such like a busy.
You've already produced a comic book. Like, what the heck?
Several.
You mass produced the comic book already. So.
Yeah. It was like activity books as well. So, like, I do like the crossword puzzles and the mazes.
You would actually make up crossword puzzles and stuff?
Yep. Mazes and everything like that. Like, all self-written out. And it was cool. I did it for like 6 years. It was fun.
It's like...
You know,
just like I'm just thinking like Rhinosaurs don't have no activities portion. Like you could just design. Y'all could be collabing.
True. I never thought about that.
Have a little activities portion before the coloring book portion.
For real. Okay. I will definitely get with him on that because he's been already like, he already has me like helping him out with a lot of the schools. So we've been going up to Delta, to Marshall Elementary, a few of the Edison High School. So we're doing like every level right now, from elementary school, middle school, high school, up to college. And I'm just helping Zeps with the Rhinosaur workshops. I do a lot of that stuff with Goodface. I do a lot of psychology stuff with Goodface. So more or less like teaching kids about affirmations, incantations, teaching them to be nice to themselves, basically.
Say incantations.
So that's like, with the kids, I really just try to teach the kids, be nice to yourself. Like somebody else might not be nice to you, but you do have the power to be nice to yourself. And that's key to being like a better version of you.
Right.
Just tell yourself who you are, what you're good at, and,
The keystone. You know what I mean? That's dope. What book are you currently working on right now?
Right now I'm working on like a horror anthology. So I'm writing like, oh man, you know what? Yeah, okay, all right. I'll since I guess we got time.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I'll dwell into this little story. I'm writing like a short horror anthology. So it's like almost like Goosebumps, but not as like, I don't do Goosebumps. Like I pull a lot of inspirations from a lot of places, but I've always been big into horror. So as an adult, after high school, did a couple years of college, I stopped to work. I started reading again on my own, and I immediately got into like the detective horror books again, like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, The Modern Prometheus. Like I really credit that to a lot of my thirst for knowledge, because once I finished that book, I was just so hungry again, like to read more and write more and learn more.
Right.
So just that book already right there not having to do with me being like an October baby. You know, my birthday is a week before Halloween.
Yeah.
So, you know, I celebrate on Halloween. Like I just go hard all Halloween
It's
weekend.
ingrained in your nature.
Yep. And my daughter's mom, her birthday is a few days before mine.
Mm-hmm.
So for years when we were together, we would just do a whole Halloween weekend like type of thing from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, probably Monday too. So Halloween's always been ingrained in my blood, just being a late October baby. And man, from there I just started always writing like horror stuff. Always been into the horror type of films. Never been scared, but more intrigued. Like they entertain me, goths and stuff like that. I love it.
Now, are you more into like, because I like horror, but I tend to stick to like Neil Gaiman and Stephen King's type, and even Stephen King, not his like. What am I trying to say? I like more of the like psychological thriller where it's not so blatantly
throwing a
gory
message.
or
So I have a little bit of both.
Okay.
I'm into like monsters and I'm into like psychological thrillers because of course I do I'm a practical psychologist. Shout out to Les Brown and Tony Robbins and Jim Rohn, Earl Nightingale. Those are like some of my success coaches, and they got me into the psychology end of it, and that's why practical psychologist ain't nothing but a psychologist that makes stuff practical, make it easy to understand.
Right.
How I said with affirmations.
and everyday.
Yeah, everyday affirmation incantations and stuff like that. Like, that ain't nothing but just talking to yourself.
Right.
Reaffirming. And that's why, you know, it make that hard thing simple to understand, making it practical so everybody understands it. So psychology, I love it. I love brain works.
While we're on psychology, I know you've explained this before on Rise and Shine, but just for the sake of it being a new show, why don't you give us the psychology behind why you stay in your sunglasses?
Oh.
You look scared. Like,
no, I was just listening. No, I was just listening. Sorry. You know, my eyes be closed. Well, really, half the reason why I keep it short and simple now because I don't have to keep it so deep. People will just kind of let me be now. So, seriously, my eyes are closed half the time because I'm really listening to people's vibrations, stuff like that. Like, words carry a lot, you know, and the image is something else. But if you kind of give your brain that rest, because, you know, just closing your eyes sometimes, that's like giving your brain a sleep, like giving it sleep, like taking a nap. Right. So once I found out that information, I was big on like, hey, I could just close my eyes because I was always so tired because I worked a lot of jobs, close my eyes, stuff like that. And I'll wake up. I close my eyes for 3 minutes and I wake up feeling refreshed. And it's really because your brain is resting whenever you close your eyes. So that's why I always suggest people, like, whenever you're listening to music, something new, close your eyes. And then that way your brain isn't processing, oh, I'm looking at my phone. That right there is a couch. That right there is a TV. And these are
like so many thousands of bits of information that are...
Your brain's just constantly processing without even use. You know what I'm saying? So it's all a subconscious thing. Right. So I close my eyes a lot to give my subconscious a rest. Another reason, though, is because for a while, like, I was just seeing, like, the shine in people. Like, and I still do. Like, I see, like, a lot of, like, people are, like, bright to me. And I'm like, whoa, like, you shine like the sun, man. I'm about to put some glasses on when I see you. Because some people carry that aura, like, ooh-wee, like, you heavy. You're deep. You're beautiful. You're accomplishing things. So, shout out to the tribe, because the tribe was, like, that group of people. And Chezz, you're included. Like, everybody was like shining such like a beautiful aura. I needed glasses to wear, like, cause I would be like, oh, let me see what your aura like today, and, you know, shine bright like the sun. You know what I'm saying? I believe it.
Like a diamond.
Like a diamond. So I really do believe it. People are, you know, got that stardust in them. You know, you created the same molecules the sun is.
Oh
so.
yeah, I mean that's just like a proven fact now that
exactly.
we're the same.
Shout out to the therophysicists out there. Yep. So that's really why. It was because you know, I really wanted my friends to let them know too. Like, yo, you are different. I didn't been on this earth for a long time, and that's why I'd be like, my friends, like my close friends, like Chezz and Abby and Lobo and Goodface, Devious, people like that. Drex Lee.
Shout out Lobo. I ain't seen him in forever. He finally responded to my message today on Instagram. I was like, where you been? He was like, around.
Yeah, you know, Lobo the guy. Drex Lee, MF Comedy, Ronay. All these people are just such good people.
Paul.
Paul is, of course. Yep. you know, Sam the Jedi. I can go on for days just naming people, Winston and stuff like that. And all these people just shine bright. People just shine bright. And it's like sometimes you got to let them know. I'll let them know, like, you could think I'm joking, but you are shining right now. And I see it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't got, like, the same type of vision. You know, almost like a Matrix. Neo was seeing a bunch of zeros and ones. I be seeing, like, just bright auras around people. So I'd be like, I'm going to protect my eyes.
Right.
And still stare at you because you're shining like that. Like,
you know, and that's funny. Because all you guys that I put on the Zion I show have that type of mentality, or that, I don't really want to call it a belief, but just that type of like vibe, you know what I mean? Where you're, for lack of a better word, spiritual, or at least connected to your fellow humans, you know what I mean? But for those of you listening out there that aren't familiar with Zion he's a very conscious hip hop artist. And so that's why I handpicked all my openers for a specific reason, which is why I wanted to do these shows, so that
thank
y'all
you,
can
Chezz.
show
I really appreciate it.
how dope you are. You don't have to appreciate me because you dope.
No, and that's what it is right there. Because so I'm riding home from work. I'm still dwelling into that horror story. I haven't forgotten about that.
I have.
But we just,
Thanks
you
for
know
keeping us on track.
Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? We just, riding down a little shortcut. So one of my coworkers, he's like 60, and we're on the way back from Pleasanton one day. We're riding over this beautiful Altamont, looking at those California hills. And he's like, my brother and stuff is about to die, and one of my cousins just died. It's like, I was raised real religious, and I'm not in the church no more. Older white guy. And he's like, man, I kind of wonder what's the purpose. And I was like, wow. I'm younger than him, like a lot younger, like 2 generations younger. But it's not my job to like let him know my opinion. So I more or less just like heard him, let him vent. Because every time I always tell people, that's why I tell a lot of our friends, especially like when you're hearing somebody talking, don't listen to respond. Right. Just listen to listen. Like you don't always have to have a response ready. Don't be response ready listening. Don't do that with me. Like you feel me? I always tell all the homies. It's called
active listening. Active listening is when you're not readying yourself for that response.
Exactly. So that's why I really believe in that, and that's why how you were like you looked scared when you were about to ask that, because I don't know what you're about to say. I'm not ready to talk immediately. You know what I'm saying? I'm really like soaking up bravery. Brand new word. Just go ahead, Chance. And that's now by the time you got to the sentence, I'm like scared face, but I'm just like my mouth, I'll just listen. Yeah, I'll just listening. So I'm just listening so open-mindedly without being ready to respond to you, because I respect your voice enough to just listen to it, not have a response ready. So, but with him asking me that, I did some reflection earlier that week, and it was like earlier that week I had just like read, I believe I was reading Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, and I'm a big reader. And I was reading that, and then it was like I always find like a lot of like simple life passages through reading deeper books. I read fiction and nonfiction, so I'll go from like reading Alice in Wonderland to reading philosophies. Go from Frankenstein to reading 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. Right. So and these are the books I keep in my bag, like one of each. Right. So I think I got The Hobbit and The Miseducation of the Negro by Dr. Carter Wilson. Like, you feel me? Total opposites, like J.R. Tolkien.
You gotta balance, man. You gotta balance it.
So, but with these books and stuff, I found my answer to that was the purpose of life is each other. And that's one of my big things, is like other people, so it's like you don't have to be of the world to care about the world. Right. And that's why I'm not like a big social media guy, because I believe that's more of the world type of stuff, because you're receiving so much. Right. I'm more of, I receive a lot of natural nature, organic stuff, and then I'll give myself to social media. Like that's how I give, because I receive so much out here. And I'll just give just a little bit of me back. And I believe my social media is meant for my daughter. That's my daughter's diary one day. Like, I want Celia to see my Instagram one day. Like I don't do it for other people too much. Right. I really do it so like when I'm gone, Celia can look back and be like, her dad was doing this, because now it's literally an online blog almost in a way. Right. And that's why I only like post a few pictures here. I don't do nothing too much, and so
I had to create a freaking Facebook page for him.
Shout out to my manager Cesare Day.
So if you message in the Facebook page, y'all not gonna get him. Okay, that's me.
That's
just
Chezz.
so y'all know.
Yeah, but she has all my respect and everything for doing it. She has full creative control over it because, you know, she has an image for Sirius, and I don't agree. I don't disagree with it. I'd be like, hey, if you believe, you know what I'm saying, I can do this, and you feel like you can help me get to it, why not? So that's why, you know, some people be like, oh, no. She like, hey, you need this, man, as far as an artist. And I'm like, I don't do that. She like, I got you then. And I was like, whoa, thank you so much for taking that pressure off of me, because I'm just not that guy, you know, for social media too much.
Yeah, and I mean,
some of us
really,
are still old school like that, you know.
A lot of artists, most artists at that top level aren't running their social media stuff. Like, that's not.
That's a good
like,
point.
Art,
that's a good point.
It's rare in me that art and business actually go together, because
and you've been making it blend well, girl.
You know?
You make it blend so well. Air 5. You've been making art and business blend super well, Chezz. So kudos to you.
Well, but I mean,
blending this stuff great.
Spill was just talking about this at the meeting yesterday. It's like, it's really hard to do both at the same time. I haven't figured out how to do both at the same time, because I either am focusing on getting shows and whatnot, you know what I mean, or I can focus on writing and doing that stuff. And what Spill was talking about was how, as an artist, if you're doing both of those jobs, it's like you can't promote anything without something to create, but you can't create while you're promoting. So it's, I mean, that's why there are managers and agents and all that stuff.
And speaking on that right there, that's why I really compliment Inborn Native, because they found like a good mix. You know how Devious handles that business, and Good Face is more of the artist type. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, man, so like being around those types of guys, being around you, because I know you collaborate with Inborn Native on several things. So I'm like, being around a team of guys, you kind of almost started trying to blend both of them a little bit with yourself, so you can make yourself master up. Right. So they're a great team. So shout out Devious and Goodface, because they found a good blend of business and artistry. Yeah. And like they really collab well together, you know. So then they found a good blend of music. They stay busy. And I'm like, whoa, it's awesome.
Yeah, they Devious be really
on that business hype.
He
don't play.
Yeah.
Devious is definitely the business head. And then you see Goodface only between the hours of 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. So he's definitely an artist with them hours.
Yeah, but that's when Devious wants to go sit down, so it works.
Yeah, exactly. So you never see too much of him. That's beautiful. Mom, let me duel. We got like about what?
20.
Okay, all right. Let me duel into that little horror story real quick while it's still in my mind. So, you seen Jordan Peele drop the movie?
Yeah, the black family horror movie. I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen it talked about
the trailer
the
and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm so mad because I pretty much wrote the same story like 4 years ago, and I still got it in my notebook. Like,
see what happens when you sleep on stuff.
You sleep on stuff. So like, I'm the type of artist where I keep like every notebook.
Spill says facts. It's for the spirit.
Man,
I'm not sure exactly what that was too, and I don't know when he left that comment, but
probably about the life stuff we was talking about. Someone life, or we're talking about spiritual stuff when you were saying we're all spiritual. But okay, real quick. So
I agree regardless.
I seen this dude, Jordan Peele, created the movie, and I'm sitting there watching it like dumbfounded, like, no, he did not. No, he didn't. So, and I'm tripping so hard because I'm like, I basically wrote the same type of story. Mm-hmm. If you don't know us, go watch the trailer or whatever. And let me tell you my version of us, though. So I'm like, dude, I wrote this. So the movie was called, my story was called Reflections. So it would go into like 3 stories. There's a chick, Angela, dude, Chris, and there's like a teenager, Maddie, and they all going through like different life struggles. Mm-hmm. And, everybody's just had enough of it. They're all kind of like, man, life's hard. Like, I wish I didn't have to go through this, right? Type of thing. One day, they finally like wish it hard enough. It's like a dark night, of course, stormy night. They all wish it hard enough to where all of a sudden, like the reflections, like through the mirror and stuff like that, start like coming alive and stuff. So you immediately see it like in the first scene with Chris. He goes to the bathroom. He's washing his face, He's like, you know what I'm saying, rinsing his mouth out. He look up.
Mm-hmm.
His reflection is just staring at him. And he looks back down, watches his face a little bit more. His reflection is just staring down at him. And like super creepy. And then next thing you know, his reflection reaches out of the mirror and like grabs his back. Chris stumbles back. He's like, what in the world was that?
Uh-huh.
Next thing you know, his reflection's smiling. Like not saying nothing, just smiling at him. And he's like, what in the world is going on? So like immediately like kind of trips him out. He's like, oh, no, it's been a late night, whatever. Mm-hmm. Goes to sleep, wakes up the next morning. The next day, Maddie, she's standing at the bus stop, you know, waiting for the bus and stuff like that. And she's already kind of like melancholy, gothish a little bit, you know, wearing dark. And that's when all of a sudden she feels something tug at her boot. And she's standing right there like in the middle of cement, you know, by a bus stop. Something tugs at her boot. Uh-huh. She looks down and she sees a reflection of herself and is looking back at her. And next thing she sees is a hand reach out. So she starts taking off running to school, gets to school. It's calm. And then last story real quick is Christian. And that's when she sees it. And she's just walking by cars and stuff like that. And she's like touching mirrors and stuff like that, like touching her reflection. And then that's when like as she's like gliding by, something grabs her hand and holds her there. And it's like she snatches it away, screaming, panicking. And then that's when basically throughout the whole movie, I'm gonna just keep it short. Throughout the whole movie, your reflection is trying to for a while it can't talk. It's just trying to grab you. Mm-hmm. After a while, it starts talking because it's like mouthing words to you, like through the mirror, like I want your place. Yeah. I'm going to take your place. Yeah. And it's mouthing stuff like that to you. So you're like, what are you saying? Finally, you can hear that voice in your head when it's talking to you. And it eventually pulls them in and switches places, like type of thing.
That seems different enough from us. But then I don't really remember.
It was just like your version of you trying to kill you that threw me off. That's why I related it back to us, because I'm like, I had a reflection, but mine was a little scarier because you can have a reflection in that TV right there, you know, like you can have a reflection off of water, a reflection off of anything. So
yeah, that's always been not necessarily reflections, but mirrors. I've always not fully trusted mirrors. I'm a little bit more rational now as an adult. Right. But like when I was young, sometimes I wouldn't even want to like
look at it.
Like get dressed in front of the mirror. You know what I mean? Because I felt like somebody's like, it's like a window. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And that's exactly how I wanted to write it, like a portal window almost. Like, and they switch you positions, they pull you out, and then they end up like doing better in your own life than you. And you gotta, and you can't do nothing but sit there and watch it though through reflections. So you know what I mean? Like, so it's like messed up. Like, that's not even me. You're screaming like, that's not even me. And reflections and stuff. And one of your friends,
they win the lottery and stuff. It's like they get your step up better life. Like
they level up hella harder. Yeah, but you're like, I told you, because you kept on like basically you were in such doubt of yourself. They were like, I can do better. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do better. Give me a chance. To like they eventually pull you in and jump out.
That makes me think of this. This is hecka off topic, but whatever. There was this movie called Wrist Cutters. Have you ever seen it?
No. Wrist cutters? Like a wrist cutter?
Like wrist cutters. Wow,
that's a dangerous name.
So the premise of this movie was this cat committed suicide, right? But then when you commit suicide, you just go to a slightly crappier version of your life. So it was like he was working at like Safeway. Now he's working at Walmart. Like just like a slight downgrade.
No
to
way. That's a real movie.
It was always just this cool concept though, because you never know what comes next. You know what I mean? So like, what if you go through all that and then it's worse? You know what I mean? Like,
true. And that's why I say suicide is the coward's way. Unless you die suicide by honor, of course, you know, Japanese traditions, things like that. But they technically, most...
Renee tapped in and says, serious P. Hey. And Bellatrix says, you can still put that out.
Oh, she's talking about that book. Oh, yeah. Yep, might as well, huh?
Yeah.
That's why I just told you like 3-4 other books I'm trying to write though. That's all. Like I gotta like focus that energy.
Well, you said an anthology, right?
Yeah, horror anthology, and that's why I said that was one of the stories of the horror anthology. Ooh, this other one I have is called Me. I want to say the name because I'm gonna most likely push that out like sooner than later. Mm-hmm. But it's another like a horror anthology, but it's more has to do with like robots and stuff like that.
Future sci-fi.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a real fun story, but it's very like You know, it's fun. I like it. It's creative. But thank you.
But it's still horror? Oh,
yes.
We don't got to wrap up.
Yes. No, I'm just saying thank y'all to y'all hearing that and believing in it. Because, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put it together. Probably do the kids stuff first, though, for sure. I want to go ahead and do the activity book and just do some stuff for kids. Because I'll be always around all these kids and stuff, you know. Mm-hmm. And then the adults, we definitely deserve another little escape. So give them this horror anthology stuff.
Right. That's what I was going to ask. So the horror anthology is an adult anthology.
Yeah, that's for adults,
not adult,
definitely.
But
more like graphic novel. Yeah, so you know it's gonna be a little gritty, kind of scary. I write like, you know, some stuff scary, some stuff thriller. Mm-hmm. Like, and that's why I like the Reflections. Is more like a mind game type of thing a little bit.
Yeah. But
it's definitely gonna be like because that's not like a bad guy in there. There's more psychology. Mm-hmm. But like the robot story is called Me and Mrs. Jones. Mm-hmm. That's more like horror because like that has like
Robot Jones.
Like, you know, one of the eventually something does become a monster in that. So, you know, I'm big in believing the words that Mary Shelley used when she created Frankenstein. She had said she did it all for competition. You know, they were having a horror, a scary story competition. Who can write the scariest story? Mm-hmm. And that's how Frankenstein was in competition.
Huh.
Yeah. So basically it's Mary Shelley and like 8 friends, and they're all like, all right, okay, come back 2 nights. Whoever got the best story wins. Mm-hmm. Can win a couple dollars too. Mm-hmm. And that's when she wrote the modern Prometheus, Frankenstein in competition. So that's why I do believe like you know, having that little bit of.
Well, it's funny because when I first started writing in first grade, horror is always what I would write. Like I won Blue Ribbon every year until like 4th grade.
Congrats, that's what's up.
And I still remember like this vague story of some kind of like slime monster in a cave or something like that. But I don't know what it is about mystery that is so like intriguing for humans. You know what I mean?
It's the curiosity factor in all of us. The kid, I feel like it's the kid because, you know, kids are so curious. It's like adults, we overthink things. We don't even, if we could just like be like, kids are just more curious than we are. And then we can just dumb down a little bit and just become more curious. Don't be such a know-it-all when you're an adult.
Never.
And I feel like that's like,
I don't know. I've been know-it-all.
Right. That's not like that's
not
like
little kid since I was a little kid. So
that's been like one of the keys I feel like to just learning more, asking better questions, being around better people, ask more questions, be more curious.
Right.
And that's
but
why.
I mean, I guess maybe not even mystery, but because I was just thinking about this yesterday, because when I first moved out on my own last year. Because my whole life I've either lived with a significant other or roommate or whatever. Mm-hmm. So last year was the first time I had lived like by myself.
Right.
And for some reason I started watching, listening to like scary Reddit stories that were supposedly true. Like that's what I would just listen to at night, like by myself. I swore like the whole time, like by myself, no, I'm never going to mess with nothing like that. But it was something like kind of comforting in the terror.
You know what I like to refer to people as us as? We're the children of Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh,
I feel like we're the children of Edgar Allan Poe. Like his writing made it okay to watch scary things, listen to scary things, and then get over it after it's done. Mm-hmm. Not too much dwell on it. Like, and that's why, Chezz, when I did like first meet you, I noticed like, oh, okay, like is she a goth or something? Is she a emo or something? But it's just naturally like your aura, like, you know, you were not to, you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
You know, not to put you in a box,
at
but
the time I was working at Susie, so I was wearing black.
A lot
all
of
the time,
a lot of stuff like that. So that's when I would really notice, like, oh, okay. And then I seen you dressed as a zombie on for a Christmas shoot, and I was like, oh, okay, she is like an Edgar Allan Poe baby. It's like I didn't want to like offend you by being like, are you like kind of dark, or you got that dark type?
So my grandma,
I love it though. I love it.
My
I love that dark vibe.
Had this stuffed raven that she named EAP for Edgar Allan Poe.
If she had a stuffed raven, period, and the family knew about it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was just tripping on that today because, like I told you, I was at a psychic fair before I came here.
Right.
And
shout out Higher Vibrations.
Yeah, Higher Vibrations. You missed out, Bellatrix, on this psychic fair, but I'm gonna be helping out with the future one. So, but I just realized like a lot of this stuff, as far as meditation, crystals, like all this stuff that our folks are into, like people got into like as they became an adult for the most part. You know what I mean? But I was raised like 20 years ago. I was doing that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, dang, I've already been immersed in this world for quite a while now. You know what I mean?
And that's cool too. And that's why I feel like it's great when people aren't afraid of it. Cause you know,
I used to be very afraid.
And yeah, me too. And because I was raised in church, and you know, but
and reconciling that,
right?
Because I'm still not. I don't
believe fully in it, or you know, I don't mean the belief, but I mean as far as practice.
I'm not an atheist.
You don't practice
and I'm not,
of the arts, and that's why that's why I'd be like, to each his own. When somebody reads it, or somebody tells me that's it, I'm like, okay, that's what's up. You have a different connection than I do. But at first, it used to be like you know, when you raised so religious, I was raised like black religious, Southern black religious, like
Baptist.
Baptist.
Yeah.
But you know, Granny, rest in peace. She did not play that.
Well, see, that's the thing. My grandma, we were raised Southern Baptist like that, but she was from the South to where they got their tarot cards read and stuff. So it was always kind of
that mix? Yeah, because I'm Creole. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I went down to New Orleans 2 years ago, I had such a connection to the city. Like, I had a good connection. Like, I don't know if then that's when they had like a bunch of like hoodoo type of sayings and stuff like that. And it was like, they were always, a lot of people were telling me stuff. And I was like, when I went down there, I was safe every night. I was walking up Bourbon Street some nights by myself. I went down there like 8 deep, but I'm a partier sometimes, and I'm on vacation, so I'm really partying. They all nurses and stuff, so they all like, we go back to bed. We got
reserved.
My body chemicals are off, unbalanced, and I'm like, I was a plumber at the time, so I'm like, I'm a plumber. I'm chilling. I'm not on. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not nowhere near California. I ain't got no toilets or sinks to fix. I'm enjoying vacation, so. When I was down there, I was walking around by myself, and I went to the above ground cemetery, stuff like that. I seen some beautiful Salvador Dali work, some beautiful Van Gogh work, like and that was like the difference between me, like you going on vacation by yourself and going with a group of people, because I had to walk off and do all this stuff by myself. Like the art galleries, the above ground cemetery, just walking the places, you know, with the traveler spirit, with the adventurer's heart, not being so much like.
As the fool.
Yeah, you know, because people are and that's why I don't like to condemn the news, but I feel like the news really does that sometimes. They really do put a big accent mark, a big quotation around any bad numbers. And that's why unity in the community was such a good event last week.
Well, and Pastor
Leon? Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful guy.
Yeah.
Young dude.
He made a real good point about that. It's like, okay, now when there's a murder, every news station comes out, all their cameras, blah, blah, blah. We had Fox 40 and The Record, and that's it. Nobody else showed up. And even I read both the articles that they wrote, and they both made sure to mention all the murders that happened that week alongside with what was going on. Like, they couldn't just have a story about the positivity. You know what I mean? So...
And that's why, you know, as I was just talking to my friend the other day as well, and we were saying how shout out to the police officers that got a good heart, that aren't out here doing nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because the streets need y'all. The world need more officers that ain't gonna do nothing crazy. Straight up, like I'm a big Black Lives Matter guy, because I'm a black man in America, but and that's why Black Lives Matter. I always tell people, I always gotta let people know before I mention Black Lives Matter, that's a message from the people to the cops, not a message from the people to politics, from the people to Instagram.
Well,
so,
see, and that's a whole other thing,
know,
because their personal politics is what kind of messes that up. Like, the organization itself is got some kind of...
And that's why, and that's why
I don't mean them.
That's why, and I deal with direct, I'm a black life, and I matter. You feel me? And I'm talking to the cops when I say Black Lives Matter. I mean, Chezz, you're a black woman. You know what I'm saying? And that matters to me. You know, Bellatrix, that's a black woman. And that's like, because we have not only health issues to worry about, community people to be worried about.
Right.
We got cops, like, and that's when I'm like, no.
Right.
You know, so that's why I'm a big, like, that's why I don't even, like, be like Black Lives Matter like that. I just be like, hey, I don't believe in police brutality.
My thing.
I'm against police brutality,
right.
period.
But even
Any
more
race.
so than that, for me, it's Black excellence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think and this ain't talking nothing about that, but for me, the way I look at it is using that term, it's more like a manifestation to what we want instead of focusing on what we don't want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But honestly, in regards to that, my personal opinion is that we as a community have work to do on ourselves before we can even hope to get any kind of help or recognition or anything from everybody else.
Exactly. And that's why I'd be like, with unity in the community, that had nothing to do with police.
Right.
Like, you feel me? I don't want people to come around back, oh, the police are making it safer.
Well, not
when
only
it's like,
that,
it's the community members, it's us. We're making it safer.
Well, what I wanted to mention in regards to that positivity, like we were doing with unity in the community, my thing is the fact that the media tries so hard not to show it.
Mm-hmm. It's going to backfire.
Lets me know that it is
working.
Exactly. It's highly important, and it's something we need to focus on.
It's working.
Like all the stuff that they didn't want to show at Nipsey's celebration of life, that the gangs were coming together.
And it was all this. Oh, they lied. Oh, my. All that fake news that was reported. That was ridiculous.
I watched that whole 6-hour freaking thing. Like, it was crazy. I wish I would have had foresight to just record it on my phone or something on live, because they erased that whole video as soon as it cut off. Like,
and that's ridiculous.
If you didn't see it while it was happening, you don't see that video.
Mm-hmm.
But in regards to that, yeah, I think like we've been saying, it's the spirit. There's those of us out here that really do feel a need, a calling to better our community. DeMar is one of them. Spook, shout out. DeMar Johnson and Unity in the Community, Ground Zero. Shanice Daniels. But I don't know. I feel like it's coming to fruition.
It is. So that's why I just want to, before we shut it up, I just want to say much love to anybody in the community that's trying to make a positive effect. Like we said with Bellatrix and Catalyst Real Estate, we collabed with them a few times on the function. Rodney, she's always out here. You, Chezz, myself, Drex Lee, and anybody else. Zeps, Darian Fields, my man's Ray Zuleta, my man, everybody, Mad Spill, Max, Equip those, and I shout out to them too real quick. Spiff, anybody that's out here really affecting our Stockton community grounds and keeping it safer and helping more people unite. I just want to personally say thank you, because I'm from somewhere else, but I've traveled a lot, and my heart finds Stockton for some reason. I didn't went all over America, but I live in Stockton and I love Stockton. So shout out to everybody here making it better.
Shout out to Darian Fields too for winning the Stockton Song Competition.
Oh, what? He won it?
Yeah.
That's what's up, my guy.
Yeah. Oh, look at him.
That young astronaut right there.
I know. That's, man.
So
him and Rob the Talented.
Yeah, catch us. You can catch me on May 10th at the Hype Bar.
Yeah, a couple
over for Zion I.
Couple announcements before we get off. So I have, of course, my camera bounces. I have 2 tickets to this kickboxing.
I want you hold one, I hold one, just in case the camera keep playing.
First annual sport kickboxing tournament with Neil Amos. It's going to be at, I believe, the what's it called? Eagles Hall?
Eagles Summit Hall. So
these are $25 tickets. I got 2 I can give away to a lucky winner. I will post this, but I'm going to say it here as well. I'm going to need y'all to like my Hella Deadass page, like the Voice of Stockton.
Like it, love it. You're going to love it, like it, and love it.
Share the event, and then we'll pick a winner next Sunday. Nope, next Sunday I'm going to be in Berkeley. Next week.
Next week?
Week after. It's like the 12th or the, oh wait, no. I'm going to be in Berkeley Saturday. Next
Win some
Sunday.
free tickets.
May 12th. Free tickets. I also have tickets to the Zionite concert I will be giving away in the same fashion. Again, I will make a post for this, guys. But 2 Zionite tickets to give away. 2 first annual sport kickboxing tickets. Y'all don't want to miss this. There's going to be both youth and adult sparring, beer garden, and some other dope stuff. Food. I know they're going to have food. But to wrap this up, what I usually like to do is read horoscopes. So that's what I'm going to do. So what are you, a Libra?
I'm a Scorpio.
Scorpio, I knew that. You know, it's funny, as a Pisces, I know that Cancers and Scorpios are water signs, but I never think of y'all as water signs. Like,
me neither, because we're so fiery.
But Cancers either. It's like, in my world, Pisces is the only water sign. Like, I don't, but I think that's just a Pisces thing.
You know what? I love a good body of water, Chezz. Like, I will go and just sit by the ocean, by the delta, by...
Well, that, and I mean, the poetry, water. All of that, that's all watery
flow.
Tendencies.
It's a flow.
So I'm going to do Scorpio first. Actually, I'm going to do me first. Because you'll get bored during mine if I do it second. I'm learning. Oh, and may the 4th be with all of y'all out there.
Yeah, shout out all the Star Wars heads. For real. That changed so many lives. Thank you. And rest in peace, Chewbacca, who just passed away a couple days ago.
Oh, yeah.
The actor who played Chewbacca, Peter or something. I can't remember his last name, but thank you for Chewie, man. Thank you for Chewie.
I forgot that he was still alive. He was in that, he was in number 7.
Yeah.
Dang.
He's still been around. So that's why, Billy D. Williams was just like, man, that was my boy.
They killed Han Solo off in the thing. He died in real life. Like, what are y'all doing to
Star Wars?
Doing to the team?
Why did they did you see that one scene in Star Wars where they brought Princess Leia back to life though? I was like, I think I might have to be cool after.
No, they hologrammed her. They hologrammed her in there.
She woke back up. She got blew up. Spaceship got blew up. And I said, hold on. Y'all better have an explanation for this or else now y'all just writing stuff in because I'm a real Star Wars fan. I don't play all that random writing.
Oh, man. Hold on.
I miss George Lucas.
I forgot. Shout out to Betty as well and the 5th annual Chicano Community Program Radio Reunion and Car Show.
Yeah.
Going on Sunday, August 11th at Weber Point.
Miss Betty.
We are still looking for sponsors. She might be still looking for donors or vendors. But this is always our biggest fundraiser for the station of the year. So it would be really dope if you guys could come out and support. They're going to have amazing performances, a motorcycle and car show, and a salsa and guacamole competition.
Hey.
So, yes, be on the lookout for that. And contact myself, the station, or Betty if you want to get in touch as far as volunteering or anything with that. But moving right along, we are going into the Pisces horoscope for May 4th, 2019. Splurge on yourself today. Sure, it might make you feel weird to be generous with yourself when you might not have a lot of excess cash lying around, but you can find a way to put a smile on your face without breaking the bank. After all, picking up the phone and calling someone who always makes you laugh is almost totally free. And isn't there someone you have been meaning to call? Connecting with them is a gift you could give yourself, and you'll give them a gift at the same time. Oh, I was like, well, I bought myself some crystals at the psychic fair. Oh, I'm supposed to call somebody. My bad.
A little bit of both.
Scorpio. For May 4th, things are starting to really get hopping in a new-ish platonic relationship. But this is probably not the start of a hot new romance. If you feel that your new connection is getting stronger and stronger, do not worry that things will start going in the wrong direction. Have confidence that the two of you can continue having your honest and rewarding communication. No one is going to push things in a direction that the other person is not interested in going in.
Well, thank you for that horoscope, because I guess it might be really relevant. I'm thinking of like 2 situations where it could be. So But I'm a pretty smooth person anyways. I don't like to push prerogatives on people. As long as, let's just keep it smooth. Copacetic.
Copacetic.
Yeah.
That's funny. Like, I've never known nothing about your personal romantic life. Like, in all the time we've known each other.
Mysterious series,
yeah.
huh? Mysterious serious.
I ain't seen him bring
nobody around.
Nobody around.
Ever.
I have no idea what this man does. So
shout out to the friends that ain't nosy and trying to find out. I appreciate y'all. Because I sure do get a few people that be trying to really find out. And I'll be like, what does it matter?
Right.
What does it matter?
Well, yeah. I mean, I kind of was on the outskirts of the group a little more so than some of y'all. Y'all got a little more intermingled than I ever got.
Chezz was always kind of like our neighbor that would come vibe.
No, I'm part of the tribe. I was just older.
Yeah, but you'd be like, I will
Cameron's
see y'all.
supposed to be there's a couple of us that's my age, but they apparently wasn't mentally. Like,
yeah, I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all on Monday.
Y'all over there playing with the kids. What are y'all doing?
I will see y'all on Monday afternoon. I gotta go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Y'all enjoy your weekends.
As far as romance goes, I've always been a big, I've been like a heartless person, like emotionless type of a dude for a long time. I did like fall in love.
Womanizer?
No, I wouldn't say womanizer because I could care less, like if women like me or not. Like,
well, that's
not
what
my
a womanizer.
issue.
That's what a womanizer is.
I wouldn't know. Because I don't like study stuff like that. I just be studying art, music, So with like romance and stuff, it's always been organic for me. Just like with the music, I don't force nobody to be around me. If you don't like it, you don't have to be around it. Like, because life is meant to be happy.
Whoever that is out there.
The minute I'm making you sad, please get away from me. Like, you don't have no obligation to be around me. So I'm like that type of romance guy. Like, I'm a big, like, I'm busy. I appreciate other people who are busy, so I don't have nobody, like, trying to check up on me. Cause I'm not, like, I don't do that. So that's why I've always been, like, a big, like, don't bring nobody around type of person because I'm so busy. Mm-hmm. I really appreciate my partners to be as busy as I am. So
yeah, it's really weird to me when people, like, can't separate business from relationship.
I'm not a guy that brings like a girl to the shows and all that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a guy with the only girl kicking it with all the fellas. Like, nah, she could go kick it with her homegirls because I like, like they said, like it's hard for women to make friends. It's harder for women. Mm-hmm. That's why I appreciate women that actually know how to make women friends because I'll be like, cool, like you can do your own thing. Mm-hmm. I'm not. Like with relationships, I'm not the type of guy to be like, you have to worry about me. Right. I'm the type to be like, I'll see you when I get home. Like, I'm that guy like to reassure you, like, it's okay. Yeah. Calm down. But nowadays, in the age of like checking up on people and seeing statuses constantly, like the last few relationships I had to where the women kind of overstepped their boundaries. Uh-huh. And I just let them know, like, nah, I'm not your ex that you could think you keep tabs on. I'm not the guy that's like calling you all day to make sure you're okay. Right. I'm the guy that's like, hey, hit me up once or twice during the day if you want. Right. Because I'm just mutually as much as that. Like, romance is not on my priorities right now. Celia, my daughter, and Sirius P, the artist. That's like pretty much like those two people right there. Like they have so much attention in my head to where romance isn't like something I'm tripping on. But I do wish the best for everybody who is looking for it, and if you want it, you shall seek it, you shall find. I'm not really seeking, so I don't find.
If you want it, go somewhere else. you ain't gonna get it from him.
You better knock it off. Chezz. Leave it
what
alone.
he was just saying, y'all.
I'm just saying, yeah. It's this music and these kids right now.
I'll pray for y'all little girls that are in that predicament.
You ain't gonna never get a piece of that. I'm just joking.
Well, guess we should go ahead and wrap this up.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for
coming. And put me on the show as well. It's gonna be super fun. I can't wait to give some energy to people.
Man.
And receive some energy as well.
Everybody on that show has got such great energy and such great stage presence.
Yep, shout out Max. I'm about to go to Max's album release party tonight.
I know.
Miss in Peace.
I wanted to go to that, but I'm going to go see Ciroc in Nevada City. She's a really dope femc on the Rhyme Sayers.
You about to go over there right now?
Yeah, as soon as we done.
Okay, cool. Hey, well, safe travels, and I hope Ciroc kills the show tonight.
Oh, she's going to. Let's hope I get to meet her.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to bring her to Stockton.
Do your thing, Chezz.
That's the thing. I don't never just go to a show.
When
if I say I'm going to some show somewhere, like that's what happened. I went to a Zion show. Now Zion is playing here.
Beautiful, Chezz. I didn't know that's how it happened.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed for you. Double fingers crossed for you over here.
A network is my superpower.
That's right. That's right. I love that.
Well, thank you everybody that tuned in.
Thank y'all for listening. Appreciate y'all. Y'all such good people.
Prince Leia cheats death. Tim Hebling says, shout out Tim.
Who said Prince Leia cheats death? Who said that?
Tim Helbling.
What did he say? He said she cheated death.
He said hashtag Prince Leia cheats death.
I know, right? Yeah, is that gonna be our new hashtag now? Oh no, it's the 4th. We need to wait, shit. Yeah, because that was a random written in plot scheme of the movie. So hashtag may the 4th be with you. Hashtag Princess Leia cheats death. Thank you, Tim.
Hashtags for the day.
I'm gonna throw that on my Instagram story right now. Again,
got these tickets for you. These tickets are on sale as well. I don't have them personally, but I can tell you where to get them though. But yeah, got 2 tickets to give away for kickboxing, 2 tickets to give away for Zion. If you don't win the Zion tickets, just cop some, man. They're like $15. You're gonna see like 7 dope acts. Not to mention, Zeps is gonna be doing some kind of like
crazy
stuff
intro
in between. Like
the genius Zeps he is.
It's gonna be a magnificent show, and I should be charging y'all a lot more, but I'm a good person, so y'all should just cop some tickets. And yeah, shout out to FS Max. I wish you the best with your viewing tonight, and yeah, he'll be on soon. Probably Tuesday. I'm going to have Andrew Defy on Sunday, and then wrap up Spill and Max on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then y'all will have met the openers for Zion.
Yeah. Thank y'all for listening and tuning in. I hope everybody have a good and safe, a very, very safe Cinco de Mayo, or Cinco de Drinko, as some of my friends call it.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's going to be the cops is going to be out, so you just stay smart.
And
don't drive drunk, please.
I heard if you voted for Trump, you can't celebrate. Word on the street is,
if you voted for Trump, you can't celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Oh, man. Maneja con cuidado, people. Please drive safely. And much love from Dirty Gold label. You know how we rock.
Yes.
Hella Deadass representative in the building.
Yes.
So thank you, everybody. And the Voice of San Joaquin. I appreciate y'all for listening.
TVOSJ, KBCC.
Much love.
Signing
One love.
out. Peace, y'all.
Cowboys and Indians to wild boys and mini men. The bandito that's down for the citizens. In California, originally from Michigan. From the Midwest, soul live in the Western. Put it on the blanket. Don't know, then you best learn. Runaway slaves became cowboys. Better run away, cause you's a wild boy. Puff on peace pipe, a loud noise. When we take your cash and credits now void. Yeah, I'm sure my ancestors was bandits. Quick draw McGraw, looking for an advantage. Before you planned it, you get banished off the planet. Corpses rancid, vultures left you one-handed. By cactus and tumbleweed, I humbly continue to crumble leaves. Honey backwood attracting bumblebees. It's still pistol horses and dirt trails. Having shootouts at the sound of church bells. Put my ear to the ground, hear what the earth tell. Welcome to the wild, wild west. Love the perp smell. It's still pistol horses and dirt trails. Having shootouts at the sound of church bells. Put my ear to the ground, hear what the earth tell. Welcome to the wild, wild west. Love the perp smell. Soul climber, ain't no old timers. Outlaw cold rhymers and close designers. If you trying to define us, don't try to find us. Put you in the earth and blow that mind up. Step your mind up. get it through your understanding. I leave them scrambling, no matter what you have planned. I catch him at the Grand Canyon, letting off the hand cannon while I left no man standing. I shot the sheriff, not the deputy. Smoke like a legend, leave a legacy. My weaponry's a necessity to this western beat. So rest in peace to the head honcho. I'm pulling out pronto for reaching under ponchos. It's still pistol horses and dirt trails, having shootouts at the sound of church bells. Put my ear to the ground, hear what the earth tell. Welcome to the wild, wild west, love the perp smell. It's still pistol horses and dirt trails, having shootouts at the sound of church bells. Put my ear to the ground, hear what the earth tell. Welcome to the wild, wild west, love the perp smell. Stories told, sit under stars by campfire. Watch out for that werewolf that ran by you. This is a lamp fire, yes I'ma stand by you. They scared of the light, they suckers like vampires. But with no hassle, and before they